You're a manager or you're an entrepreneur. So now you have a team, the people, the staff working with you, and they are making mistakes. What exactly you can do right now to deal with that situation so you can actually solve the problem so that mistake got reduced. At the same time, you also don't end up losing a lot of people because a lot of managers doing a lot of wrong activities to respond the employees' mistakes or staff team or team member mistakes, and that's end up actually make them demotivated and finally make them lose the team as well too. So in this video, I'm going to give you total 10 tips, total 10 tips I'm going to give it to you that can really help you out to deal with all the problems about when you're seeing or implementing mistakes. And you can use my 10 tips to actually reduce the mistakes and also find a better way to solve the problem. And I also like to keep the employees motivated as well too. And to be more successful manager, because when your team's having less error, that means you are actually doing more things and your success, right? So what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
After working like last 15 years in IT field, this is what I realized. What is IT? Yeah. Sure. Thank you. So let's give a big hand to these student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give them a big hand to them?
John Wooden, the great basketball, say that if you are not even making mistake means you are not even trying. So that means when you are doing innovative projects, when you're doing transformation or even IT complex projects or sales, marketing, whenever you're trying to do an innovative, when you're trying to do something complex, it's very normal that your team, yourself, you're going to make mistakes. But it's very much important that how you respond to those mistakes, and that will define that how that mistakes will turn into an asset for you or you turn into a liabilities for you. So that's the thing. So one of the key things I want to make it upfront is this one is about when somebody is making mistakes, talk with the problem, not the person. You need to focus on the problem rather than the person. Because when you try to focus on the person, you start to get emotional, and that's why you will bring a big problem for yourself, and you even creating a bigger problem in your team, or you may even lose up your team members too, which is definitely not going to be a good solution. Number one thing you need to focus about is this. Why is that problem happening? Why that mistake is happening? Focus about the root. Try to go to the root onto that one. What exactly it's coming from? Is it coming from that particular person work? Not the person, that person work? Is it depending to someone else? Is it external matters or internal matters? Or is there a problem, the person who actually getting problem from the family, or is there some other project has been pushed out because another project must go deep dive in the core? Why is the problem? And then you as a manager, you need to figure it out why, because when you know this answer, it's going to help you out to move to that tip number two. So the tip number two you need to focus about is about, did the person did that action mistake before? If yes, how many times did that mistake? How many frequency was that mistake making on? So that will give you a really good information, which is going to be the next tips of which I'm going to give it to you, is about finding out how many times did that one. That means more repetitive or rarely, or how much time does the person do it related to similar kind of work in a day. If the person doing 100 times in a day, and 2 mistakes means 2% mistake, 98% okay. But if you're seeing that how frequency the person is working on it and how many mistakes the person will make on that process, that will give you really good understanding about tackling the problem as well too. Number three, start to now focus about, now you got information of number one, number two. Now number three is going to be about try to figure out what actually caused this problem. What is actually causing it? Is it the team, the computer, or the process of the company, or external elements, or partner, or consultant, or a health related issue, or family issue? Figure out that problem, and that will help you out to move to the next steps. Number four, what is the impact of the mistake? If the impact is nothing, nobody get hurt in a particular problem, well, you probably don't have to be panic out so much, and probably this doesn't mean that you don't have to take any action. You will take actions, but there's no impact. So, but you can still improve that one, but it's not that urgency into that immediately. You probably can figure out a better way, a sustainable way to solve that problem rather than just doing a firefighting. Like if the problem is, it's a big one, that means you need to jump in and do some kind of fixing immediately. some quick fix, and then you fix it all in a long period of time in a proper fix as well too. If the problem is not that urgent, no impacts, probably you don't need a quick fix. You will do on the way, in long run on the way process, you will do a proper fix for that one too. So that's why this part is really understood for you as a manager to identify. Number 5, did the process stop him to make the mistakes? What kind of process do you have in your team? What kind of walkthrough is there any particular checklist, or is there some kind of process in place to prevent that mistake? So that means you can use that mistakes to improve your process, checklist, template creations for your team to avoid them, create less mistakes for your team, and that will be really valuable for you because they are making less mistakes. Means when you will have better process. So that means people are making more mistakes, and even there is less mistakes, you can use that mistake to improve your process and framework. And that is a great way to creating a better environment, which is less costly mistakes making, and people more focusing about the time on creating success and let the team win. This is the Success Booster card time. So question of the day. What is your key takeaway of this video so far? Go ahead and comment below the answer. We'll love to see what is the key takeaway. Science said that when you take up a key takeaway and note it down somewhere, you had a 35% chance to be actually doing it in your life to make it value out of it, which is amazing, right? But hang on, 35% is not enough. You need more, and this is the way I'm going to tell you how you can really make it happen. When you make a set of action, a plan that goes to from 35 to 91%, you can really make it happen in your life. So here we go. So from the key takeaway, what is the key action plan you're going to take, which is you learn from the video to your life, make a plan and commit it in publicly and commit into it. And that's what's going to make sure that you got 91% read that is going to really happen to you. You will be able to make it happen and successfully achieve your goal. And here's the last possible hack. When you announce something, a plan publicly, your 91% goes to 94% to really make it happen in the real life. So go ahead and comment below your plan in the video sections. We would love to see your plan, and we are 100% reply every comments in our channel. So we're going to see your plan, we're going to comment it, we're going to give you a feedback, and we're going to consult you to help you to make your plan to a reality. And that can go to up to 100% reality happens to your life. And that's how you get your action, key takeaway to action plan to success to your life. And you know what? We're all sitting down here to help you and celebrate your success with you. So what are you waiting for? Let's go back to the video, finish it, and we're looking forward to see your action plan. And let's make it happen to your life, because you can do that, right? All the best. Don't forget to make your plan, okay? Don't forget to make your plan. See you soon. Number 6, can you really improve that process? Sometimes you just cannot improve the process because there is some dependency from other projects or other teams. So as in the situation that you cannot really improve the process, so you have to think about improving different kind of checklist process. Checklist could be a really helpful route. So to do these kinds of work, you have to perform these 5 checklists, and you make sure that all of this. So prepare a particular checklist and train your team and tell them to just tick it out every day. Every time you do this ticks, you have to tick it out. So like in project management framework is a great checklist to get the project done in a proper manner too. So what are the exactly document need to be produced during the project management thing, and everybody has the right ways of thinking. Okay, this framework this document you need to prepare as well too. So, but if there is some way, if you really cannot, you just improve the process. Maybe you're using some kind of SAP solution or maybe ERP solution, and it takes time to improve. So you can build a process, a manual process on top of it, or documenting process or paper flow or whatever you have to fix the problem if it's an urgent, and then you can work with the IT and other department to improve the SAP or system process problem. So overall, it get improved as well too. Number 7, this is very important. What kind of training was provided previously to prevent such kind of problem? If there was good training was been provided, so that means that person was there in the training program. Not if he's not, then you can train the person. If the person was been trained and still making the mistake, that means you need to think about, do you need to improve the training material? Do you need to improve the way of training program deploying? There should be an assessment or not. So person can just using training not just to be there or really learning, which is the real approach of the training, right? So in this process that you gotta make sure that they've been focusing about the right training done, and really probably you could put it on particular assessment if they're doing a lot of training but not still making mistake, means they are not actually participating in the training and learning, they're just getting it done. So having the right evaluation process could help you out. It depends very much about the company cultures you have. So based on the cultures, you have to use different approach to tackle this problem. Number 8, listen to the staff. The staff who already make a mistake, you need to let them speak. Don't come in and go off front speaking to the mistaken person. Be stable and let the staff to speak what the person need to say. The staff will be already saying that one, what is particular mistake, and probably already holding himself or herself accountability. So listen to it, and now you tell them, now what are you going to do to solve this problem? That is the main question. What are you going to do right now to solve this problem so we can get on? And that could be a great point for you, rather than you come in and you see the problem and immediately start talking about the problems and solutions. You let the staff to talk to you first. So listening is a very important one. Number 9, provide a feedback. So like an example, one of the great way of doing this one, when the staff already made a mistake and there's some impact. So you focus about the impact first and help the staff and guide the staff to fix the problem first. And after fixing the problem already, then you can have a one-on-one chat and you can give some feedback about this one. Hey, probably you should improve, take this training program again. This is the impact happened, how we cannot let it happen again. Probably these are the advice. These are the checklists you should use. This is the way you should doing this one too. It should not be just about you're bad, you're not improving, you're damaging the company. That is not going to help anything. If you're talking this kinds of feedback to millennial staff, it's not going to go anywhere. So you have to help them out what you need to improve. And if they're not improved, that you have to see that what are the training program or the consulting you are giving, maybe it's not working. And yeah, in the last way, that if you see that there's no way they're improving and giving you feedback, giving the training, they're still not improving in any way, then you have to think about otherwise. Think about moving to the other role or in the team. Or the last resort is about if there's no other role, you can let them go as well too. But however, give feedback multiple times, but not the point when the mistake is making. You give the feedback when the problem has already been solved by that staff already. And number 10, this is a common mistake that a lot of manager does. Do not mention again and again. A lot of manager, like when there is a problem happen, they keep referencing it here and there and again and again and again in different places and different meetings, and even to the staff in one-on-one call too. Even in a joke manner, please do not mention that one. It can actually hurt that staff or employees' confidence and even the brand or personal brand in the team as well too. So a lot of manager doesn't really pay attention into it, and that commonly get into that problem. So as a manager, do not mention everyone. If you want to mention it on the feedback is done, and then you want to mention it in your performance review of quarterly or annually performance review, talk about this one. But other places, in the meetings or other coffee chats or dinners with the team, do not keep mentioning about that one. That is really bad because that looks really odd. So here we go. If you're having a particular employee continuously making mistakes in your team, go ahead and comment below. I would love to give you an advice. If you have any problem you're facing about dealing with rates of errors or mistakes with your team or staff, go ahead and comment below. I'd love to give you an advice. So like I mentioned this one, that every channel, every comments, every questions and every request of suggestion we put down there in the description section, in the comment section, we give answer. That means you put your questions, put your requests of suggestions, myself and my team definitely give you an answer. So here you go. You got 10 tips, and now you know how to better way to managing your employees' mistakes. So your mistakes can be your asset, not your liability. So now go ahead and all the best. Become successful.